Hello and welcome. This is Generator, and this is my video tutorial on how to create infinite diamonds in the Direwolf20 164 pack. So let's get started. First, we have an igneous extruder pumping cobblestone into a rock crusher. The rock crusher crushes the cobblestone down into gravel with a chance of getting flint. They get pulled out, the flint gets dropped into this barrel and then zipped along over that direction. I'll show you what's done with it in a moment. The gravel gets crushed down into sand with a small chance of getting a gold nugget and an even smaller chance of getting a diamond. As you can see, there are no diamonds over here, and this has been running for quite a long time. But let's get to where the flint is being moved to, because that's what really gives us diamonds. The flint gets dropped into this barrel, into the back of it, pulled out of this barrel as a little buffer, and then dropped into a cyclic assembler, while coal that you're going to have to place into this barrel yourself, whether you're getting that from a quarry or manual mining, whatever. The coal gets pumped out, dropped into this macerator, which I have overclocked. The coal dust comes over here, making coal balls. Coal balls get compressed into coal chunks. Compressed coal balls are surrounding a piece of obsidian in another cyclic assembler to make the coal chunks. The coal chunks then get compressed into industrial diamonds, and here I've got a unifier that unifies the industrial diamonds into regular vanilla diamonds, and they get pulled out of that unifier and dropped into a barrel. You will need power to power all this. This is being ran off of one high voltage solar array, this entire setup. 10 overclockers in each machine with, I'm not sure why there's 4 in there, there should have been 3, but 3 transformer upgrades and 3 energy storage upgrades, just to make sure that at nighttime it's still going to run just for part of the night. Over here I have a bigger setup of this, which has been running for probably about 15 minutes now. It's definitely producing a lot of sand, but it's not producing a lot of gold nuggets or diamonds. Doing it this way will not really give you many diamonds. You're better off using the coal. There is not a way that I have found to automatically make coal. You can make charcoal, but charcoal does not convert into coal. And there is definitely a difference between coal and charcoal. Yeah, see, charcoal dust will not work in the recipe with the flint, so you're going to have to collect coal to keep this running at any reasonable speed. I put a couple of stacks, probably like 12 stacks of coal in here. It's gone through 2 stacks so far, and it's produced 12 diamonds. It's definitely not the fastest thing in the world, but it does get the job done. You will want sound mufflers around, because these rock crushers are extremely noisy, and you can use a different form, different way to get the flint. There's a couple ways to do that, pulverizers and whatnot, but this gives you that small chance to get the diamond. So I like to do it this way, even though this costs a lot more power and everything. But earlier on, you will want to find another way to get the flint. And I mean, once you have a quarry running, and as long as you keep that quarry moved, you can use charcoal for everything else and just convert all your coal straight into diamonds. I mean, with a quarry, a max size quarry, it's nothing to get the 12 stacks of coal. So, why isn't this pulling out anymore? Oh, it's out of coal. That would be why. So 12 diamonds off of 12 stacks. So you get about a diamond per stack, which makes sense because it's 8 coal dust per coal ball, and then 8 coal balls per coal chunks, which is what gives you a diamond, is a coal chunk. So you need 8 sets of 8 in order to get that. So it'd be 1 stack of coal is equal to 1 stack of, or 1 diamond. Which, while that isn't a great conversion, it's definitely better than nothing. And, I mean, coal is extremely common. With an actual quarry setup and everything, it should not take much to produce a decent quantity of diamonds. And you can have a quarry that pumps straight into there, as much coal as it finds. And I know that on my current single player world, I believe I got like 28 stacks of coal from a single max size quarry, and it was in an area that I had mined before, so I'm sure it could get more than that or less than that. It all depends. But it definitely does produce fairly quickly from the coal. It is very slow from the rock crushers, though. I mean, this thing's been running for forever now, and it has not produced a single diamond. It's been running at least an hour. This one has been running a lot less amount of time. I'd say probably about 20 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes, and this diamond that's in here I actually put in here so that when this fills up it will start destroying the sand. So it has not produced a single diamond yet either. But according to NEI, this does produce diamonds, and I've used it before and it does produce diamonds. I have no clue what the actual chance is, other than less than 1%. I have no clue how much less than 1%. So for all I know, it could take 30,000 tries to make a diamond. But it does produce diamonds, and once it's up and running, it's almost free, except for the power cost, of course, which, while they do eat power in large quantities, one set of these running for a long period of time would not draw that much power, if you've got a decent infrastructure. So, I mean, it could be worth it to just set them up and leave just them running. I do tend to almost always in my single player games build this setup right here to produce diamonds out of coal. That's actually one of the few things I still use industrial craft for. More often than not, I will produce these machines specifically for this and then never touch anything else in industrial craft. But this is definitely the most useful part of industrial craft. And I mean, at nighttime, once these are completely filled and everything, at nighttime this will run throughout the night with coal in it, and it usually does not stop because it usually does not run out of power before morning. And if you're on a server that is up 24/7, I mean, this setup here or that setup over there could be completely worth it because it's running 24/7. So it's got plenty of time to produce them diamonds. But like I said, it's very, very slow. So when single player, this usually isn't actually worth the effort and the cost to just set this up. But when single or multiplayer, it is definitely worth the cost to set up this little run right here with a flint source, a obsidian source, and a coal source of some kind. Whether that coal source is a quarry or whatever. That's about it. Thanks for watching.